owners of this day, a day which they have been honored to manifest their patriotism as far as the nation Cameroon is concerned. We want to congratulate the youths because all the activities manifested here this afternoon are in line with the request of the head of state and the speech that the head of state gave some 2 days back.
Private schools, public institutions, bike riders, and the CPDM political party all together made the day a success.
Wow.
From the southwest region, we take you to up north to the far north region, where youths in the far north region have been told to be daring in the way they execute their daily activities and their jobs. This was a pronouncement made by the governor of the far north region, Mijawa Bakari, during the 58th edition of the National Youth Day that took place at the Mara Ceremonial Grandstand. More with our regional far north reporter, Yauba Mubarak.
It was a colorful event celebrated with patriotism by young Cameroonians in the far north region. Youth Day celebrations have been a magical moment for children drawn from the primary school to the secondary one. The march past in front of administrative authorities of the region shows the massive turnout of this generation of youth in different ceremonial grounds. Branding messages, singing patriotism sounds are some of the magnification of the 58th edition of Youth Day in Marwa. As the term set aside for this year's celebration stipulated, Youth Import Substitution Patriotism for Economic Growth Professional Training School demonstrate it. With love and passion for agriculture, livestock and fishery, young learners have also participated to Youth Day celebrations in their own way. The same atmosphere of the National Youth Day celebration have been observed in Tokombere in the Mayo-Sava division of the Far North region. Despite security challenges faced by Boko Haram, youth in Tokombere say no matter how, they are determined to promote peace. Generations of youth have come and gone, but passion remains the same.
We cross over to the Northwest region in the light of Youth Day celebrations, where youth in Menchum division of the Northwest region recorded an impressive turnout for the 58th edition of the Youth Day. As a senior divisional officer for Menchum, Abdullahi Liu, who chaired that ceremony, called on them to be daring and assiduous towards the execution and the preservation of Cameroon's national integrity. Alice Leke tells us more.
The march past ceremony in Menchum Division also recorded success as far as the National Youth Day is concerned. The ceremony was chaired by the Senior Divisional Officer for Menchum Division, Abdullahi Aloy. He commented on the massive turnout as compared to last year and also reiterated on the head of state's speech.
Turnout of the population, the children, which shows the implication of everybody, show the importance that everybody is given to this celebration. Is more than last year, and we hope that it will continue like this. And we also hope that our children listen carefully what the head of state said in his speech to youth, by saying that the development of Cameroon will not be done by anybody but by our own population, and especially youth. That's why he was talking about economic patriotism.
Fashion parade, sketches, dancing, and march past were all activities that made the day a success. Youths were called upon to be ambassadors of peace and role models to push forth the nation's vision.
We move now to the Southwest region, where the governor of the Southwest region, Bernard Okalia-Bilai, have called on young people in the Southwest region to adhere on the president's call for a true Cameroon, for them to work in collaboration with the youth in the Southwest region and the country at large, so for the country to attain the requested emergence by 2035. He was speaking during the 58th edition of the Youth Day celebration, as our reporter Claudine Tamfo tells us more.
Youth in Buea joined their peers in Cameroon to commemorate the 58th edition of the National Youth Day under the theme Youth Import, Substitution and Economic Patriotism for Cameroon's Development.
Enjoy a wonderful march past, a very important mobilization. The youth decided to come out despite all the threat and the manipulations. They have decided to come out, and like the past years, and so we want to congratulate our youth, want to congratulate their patriotism, and we have also had the opportunity to witness a whole week of activities during the weekdays. We discover their ingenuity, all what they are producing. So we want to invite the elders, the parents who are, to accompany the youth to sustain their initiative.
The celebrations that unfolded at the Bongo Square ceremonial grandstand was presided over by Southwest Governor Bernard Okalia-Bilai and the amazement of several spectators.
The theme, the impulse, substitution and economic patriotism, should be a reality. The youth are preparing many products, but they need to be empowered financially to produce more for the consumption of the population.
With an incredible increase in the number of schools and socio-political associations, the governor called on some young people who are still carrying arms to drop them as the government actions towards them remains resolute.
They should also contribute to pull out those who are still hanging around with weapons, to tell them that there is no way forward in that direction. The way forward is within the various institutions put in place by the head of state to empower them, to give them skill so that they should make good use of all the facilities and the opportunities put in place by the head of state and his government.
At the dawn of the 11th February celebrations in Buea, all youths in the region and nation have been reassured on government's goodwill towards them.
You are watching High Prime, and we are coming to you live from our main studio here in High Television. We talk something else where youths in Cameroon have been called upon to indulge in self-employment as a means for them to relieve the country from the high rates of unemployment, and for young persons not to get it at their mind for them to travel abroad at all costs. This was the pronouncement made by the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, as our reporter Daniel Ikomimboa listened to the President's message and now tells us in greater perspective.
It is often said that the youth are the backbone of every nation, future leaders, entrepreneurs, and employees who drive the economic growth and development. The role of these youths within these domains are therefore crucial. It is with these key concerns that the President of the Republic of Cameroon, in his Youth Day traditional address, underscores some areas of focus to better the youth.
Like your parents, you are concerned about the recent hike in fuel pump prices. You are also worried about the impact that it could have on your living conditions. Apart from the various support measures decided by me, constructive discussions are ongoing between the government and its social partners. My dear compatriots, for many years now, the bulk of the state budget has been devoted to the education sector. This affects the importance the authority attaches to your education. Over the years and at all levels of our educational system, new infrastructures have been built and more teachers trained and deployed.
Even though the government is trying to create avenues to integrate the youth, some may have to grab other means of becoming self-employed.
Self-employment is one of the best ways to achieve socio-professional integration, as neither the state nor the private sector can absorb the growing number of young people entering the labor market each year.
Mr. Lucas Musoke, a nation builder and a youth coach, emphasizes on the needs for the youth to be self-employed rather than depending on the government.
In the first situation, the head of state is very late. Despite being classified as late, lateness does not mean that's the end of life. So youth work to become self-employed, work to become independent, work to become entrepreneurial in your life. And you are going to make it in the next generation that is coming. So take this advice as it has come from the head of state. Take it, apply it in your life, and you will become different, because the government is overloaded and overburdened with a lot of things.
There is no doubt that the government can't employ everybody, so it is imperative for the youth to engage on things that will make them self-employed and improve the nation's growth.
On to our human interest page, an extension have collapsed in the town of Buea, leading to the death of one person as the extension of the 3-floor story building collapsed on another structure harboring a widow who was living there with her children. The said lady died hours later after that sad incident happened on the night of Monday morning, as she was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead as a corpse has been deposited at the Buea Regional Hospital mortuary. As our reporter has more. It was a sad 13 February morning for the family members of Janet Tambu, a lady who died as a result of the collapsing of an extension of a nearby building in the town of Buea, precisely at the Dirty South neighborhood of Moliko.
Then my late brother, we did a victim, we died for the accident. Today we own 3 pikin with junior brother and other cousin. They be there for house. Suddenly I do hear shout around I can pass 3 because I be up that past 3 going to 4. I hear shout, I don't come out, empty see side the noise come out. You can't see the noise come out, but the small hot one I make up for them. My elder brother and my late brother wife.
The said structure that caused dark clouds is quite visible, as the degree of substandard materials that were used in the construction process all attest to the fact. This happened prior to warnings from the Buea Council, who asked the set owner to stop work.
We don't make attachment. They be stopped by council. The council for quarter complain about them. They write demolish. If since we I don't know if function with the work, so I don't get no other thing where I feel talk. So that only the law if you take a course for you now. Life be lost, they be renters, they don't get house. Everywhere for me for they don't really be there because my own small hut. Then I don't occupy the city right from July at the biggest place. I don't know. The only government really know which way to hit solve with the problem. Because the person in question we get the house in America.
The happening affected some 10 persons while leaving the breadwinner of the family dead.
All the whole entire family be shot. So now by the grace of God, 10 people be chopped up inside this storeroom caravan. This is tears, the whole family, tears. Because already the master day of late, the day they help me hand the kingdom. make them see me a different use to me to my own support. In short, it looks too much. So you know, the government is really going to see into this type of people.
Buea that has not been witness to such incident like the collapsing of buildings. This Dirty South incident in Moliko neighborhood is therefore a wake-up call to Buea Council and other local services in the town of Buea to do all the needful to prevent such occurrences from happening again, as this has led to the death of one person and 40 others injured. On to our sports page. Best Star of Limbe are intensifying their training following the upcoming season or upcoming matches that will be played with the set sides. They want to make sure that they keep on winning their matches, as they say this season will be a moment for them to shine brighter. More with our sports story.
Just like other regional league clubs in Buea, Limbe-based clubs like Best Stars is equally not left out, as the continuous preparations is what they have been showcasing. The academicians of Limbe have engaged themselves in several friendlies with clubs like Isosa, Tico United and Victoria United.
I think up to now we are trying our best to prepare, and luckily that we try to play our big side with Victoria United. We make a lot, learn a lot, and we are very, very happy for that. I think even yesterday we play against Isosa, who is also a bigger side. They won a difficult spot by 2-1. What is important is the performance of the player. For the preparation for the regional league up to now, we think that we just have something to correct, to be ready, but everything is ready. We know the team is very young and they have enough to learn.
With other clubs in the regions having as objectives to reach the mini interpoles, Best Stars is not left out.
Yeah, I think our first ambition is to be one of the team taking part for the mini interpole. After the objective, we are trying to see how we can do this.
As the more than 26 clubs continue to prepare for the 2023-2024 Southwest Regional League, no date has been communicated yet for the launching of the season.
With our sports story for tonight, this is where we conclude tonight's news package, High Prime, of Wednesday, the 14th of February 2024. Good night from us to you, and happy Valentine's Day.